Yo, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Coming at y'all with another video, free game all day. You know, check me out this week. I'll put up the information. I'm gonna be on my homegirl Iva podcast show. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna be talking about, one of the videos I made about attachments, and about detaching from certain situations. If you notice that every time I'm doing a video for the most lately, so I'm always in the car, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's just because I work 12-hour shifts and some days a week. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get out of work, I go straight home. I go to sleep. For the most part, I might have about a couple hours to fuck around, talk to who I need to talk to, fix me something to eat, and that's it. You know what I mean? So majority of my time, I'm out here at work. I might not be working the hardest, but I'm definitely working smart. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Shit, I ain't gotta, do nothing too tough. But outside of that, though, I just wanna talk about putting yourself in winning situations. You know, I'm always, speaking about, like people around you and, certain people to deal with. But all of that, is hand in hand with putting yourself in a winning situation. You don't want to, some stuff is kind of, you'll think that it's common sense. But when it comes to your emotions and your pride and then loyalty, out of all of them, and it's going to sound kind of funny, but loyalty will have you in a losing situation. You know what I'm saying? You can be loyal to a person, and that person loyalty don't match up nowhere near for you, like yours for them. And what happens is that the loyalty that you have somebody can expire. I mean, the loyalty for they got for you can expire, and you can have the same loyalty for them. That you're like, hey, look, I'm riding with you to the end, but that shit can change on the end, and you don't even have a clue. You know what I'm saying? But you're still riding for them though, and they know that though, and they'll know that. You know what I'm saying? That can go for a girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever. You can go for a homeboy, best friend. You know what I'm saying? Frat brother, whatever. You know what I mean? A family member, cousin, mama, daddy, uncle. Niece, nephew. You know what I'm saying? People change every day. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, we human. You can't. It's only so much you can expect from a person. Like, and they can't maintain that same amount of loyalty, for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not natural. Like, it goes away. They only have a certain amount they give away. You know, unless it's like even it's just a lot of different scenarios that can really have you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying being a shade ass person. I ain't saying like, turn your back on a motherfucker. But a motherfucker definitely turn their back on you. You just pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to like put yourself in a winning situation to where like you're protected. You're protecting you. You're protecting, what you done build up for yourself. You're protecting your time, cause that's what's more valuable than anything. I'm always gonna say that every time is your time is more valuable than anything, man. Just yesterday, I got a couple calls and some people passed away. You know what I'm saying? They gone, ain't coming back. It's over with. People been dying throughout the whole year, but it always touch home. When it's somebody personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, they gone. I can never reach out to them no more. Take advantage of your time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And trust me, people don't mind wasting your time. They don't. They will do it in a heartbeat. Look, a person will waste your time, but they won't let you waste theirs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like be careful, with that shit, man. But yeah, put yourself in winning situations, man. Like, I'm gonna give you a good example. like dealing with a married person. You know what I'm saying? See, you don't really want to deal with someone who's actually married. You know what I mean? Like somebody who gotta like, you know, and even if you do, if you just knocking them down, you in and out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let that be that. But having a real affair, you know, with a married person or a person that's seriously involved with someone, like seriously involved, why would you want to do that? And I'm just speaking really. I mean, women can, you know, they can take heed of this, but I'm really speaking to the fellas, cause I tell you one time I met this girl, beautiful girl, beautiful. I mean, she was fine, like I swear to God. But I was just coming out of something, and she was married. She was saying that, you know, her husband had cancer and shit, and you know, I'm thinking that, you know, now overall, honestly, I had no business dealing with her, you know, but we was, you know, just kind of fucking around. It didn't last a real long time, but the reason why it didn't last a long time because I didn't allow it to last. Because the thing about it is, I realized, I'm like, you know, why am I dealing with this woman? You know what I'm saying? Why am I even wasting my time dealing with her? Why am I helping her participate in cheating? You know what I'm saying? The outcome's not going to be a good outcome regardless, whatever it is, you know. But you gotta, sometimes you can't always lead with your dick. You can't do that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta back up off of it, and you gotta realize, like, you know, this is your time, this is your life. And like I said, if it's like a little night, I go out kicking and get drunk or some shit, and you know, I mean, get the fuck up out of there. You know, once you done did what you wanted to do. But dealing with her on a regular basis and helping her, you know, participate in cheating, when motherfuckers really be out there really going at it like hard, like cheating like that, it be some revenge shit. You just really satisfied feeling the void that they feel like they need feeling at the time. But outside of the sex, you're not really getting anything out of it. And the outcome will be that same motherfucker turn their back on you. They're not finna be more loyal to you than that person at home or whoever they so-called being with. Time you move on, they're going right back to that motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying? You get in and out. You know, you don't you know, it's not a winning situation. That's my whole point of bringing that up. It's not a winning situation to you. The best situation you possibly can put yourself in is when you have a peace of mind, your income is steady coming in, you don't have a lot of people in your business, you know what I'm saying, and you have and the people you do deal with are definitely like pulling for you, and they're not against you. You know, it's like you protecting yourself. You know, you don't want to be around nobody who always get their hand out. You know, always wanting this, always wanting that, always trying to make you feel guilty about something. You know, always manipulating, trying to play a mind game. You know what I mean? You want to put yourself in a winning situation. For real. You don't want nobody talking behind your back. You don't want nobody, you know, saying this right here when something going on, you know, you good. You know, anything can happen. You might have your car might break down, you know, or, you know, whatever. You didn't set yourself up to where, you know, you have all those things in line to where you don't have to make a call to nobody but the people who gonna come help you fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or come help you, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I know is that a lot of people, they kind of shame like being comfortable or, you know, going back to your folks or your family or you know, whatever your ground, whatever you're grounded at, like whatever you are, like, you know, if you have a lot of people, like, so I'm 40 years old, so it's like a lot of folks, man, that's my age or maybe a couple years older, whatever, a little older, Their parents everybody, they kind of grew up in that crack age. You know what I'm saying? Like the 80s, like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, especially the 80s and the 90s, like that crack. You know what I mean? So a lot of folks' parents was very reckless during that time. And so the older they got, they really wasn't. So what happened is, if you was my age and growing up, then 9 times out of 10, you probably accomplished more than what your parents accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if they was, especially like a lot of parents that they grew up like kind of like up top a little bit. Like I mean, I'm just going off of. And I ain't saying everybody falls in the category, but a lot of people parents was like fucked up. A lot of people back during that time was like a lot of women being molested. You know, it was just a lot of fucked up shit going on. You know, back then. You know, morally, and you know, so the kids that grew up from then was able to, you know, really get a real good education, or they was able to get a job or really have a career. So 9 times out of 10, they're probably doing better than their parents. You know what I'm saying? Their parents probably all right, but you know, they probably kind of halfway broke down or sick and shit like that. So you know, it's like they don't have that option if they hit a hard time or whatever to go back to their folks. You know, so or their folks having their back. You know, they probably can do what they can, but it's probably not as solid as versus somebody else who has a real stable family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some people try to like knock that or down that, or try to call you spoiled, or you know, they'll say it's all kind of shots. You know what I'm saying? They'll call a woman spoiled, or say that, you know, a dude, your mama's boy, all that shit. But there's nothing wrong with you know, still having that connection with your folks, and your folks having your back if something happened. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to push people to go out and do the best they can. You know, like your kids, or you know, family members, or whatever, your friends. But don't ever. That's a part of having a winning situation. Like, you have to be grounded with your family. You know what I'm saying? You and your family got to have a decent type of, you know, connection, or just, you know, a setup. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to be alone. And what happens is, a lot of people go out there and they create a lot of bills, and they create a lot of shit that they can't follow up on, and then they look out for help in the streets to come. And that's why you see a lot, like, you know, women, they used to say this shit a lot. They want to be paid to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because they think because you deal with them, you got to be taking care of this, taking care of that. But I notice a lot that the women who are more grounded and more still deal with their family a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they still have a backbone, like they're strong. They have a strong system, like support system. Their mindset is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Now they might want, you know, a nigga to do shit for them, like, you know, they go out to eat and do little shit and may buy them this and that, but they well-being, their livelihood ain't depending on, you know, them floating above water, like if they got somebody there to help take care of a couple bills or not. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like, don't ever lose touch with your family. You know what I'm saying? You have to look out for yourself. The more time and energy you put into yourself early in life, which I've learned, and I feel like I've wasted time in my life, so I ain't just talking like I just got it all figured out, but I do know more than I did back then. Because if I knew what I knew now, like back then, I mean, listen, I know I wasted at least probably a good strong 15 years of my life to where I could have really put all that energy and time into me, and I could have been doing way better than I'm doing now. I'm doing better now than I did back then, because I had people around me who really wouldn't, that had their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't included in an agenda, and I wasn't smart enough to know it at the time. So, you know, protect yourself, man. Invest in yourself, protect yourself, put yourself in winning situations. Don't allow a person that try to stick you out there and have you in a dead end situation. That's just like, I'm gonna give you a good example. You know, I'm gonna cut this video short. That's just like a coach coming in to a team who don't have a lot of talent. You don't have no draft picks. You don't have anything. I'm speaking more like football. You don't have anything. They just want you to come in and just contribute what you got. But overall, it's a losing situation. You know what I'm saying? And it'll probably take years to turn that situation around. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that. So, you know, you want to like create your own situation, you know, and you want to protect that and make sure that nobody can come in and infiltrate that or destroy it or, you know, sabotage it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to, you know, hold tight and have that plan B intact just in case, you know, something did happen. But at the end of the day, it's not falling or that person, if you possibly dealing with somebody or anybody that's around you, you don't have to worry about them kicking in. You know what I'm saying? You can do it yourself. You know what I mean? So protect your situation, invest in yourself. You know, don't be careful who you deal with and how you deal with them. And, you know, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, you know, all that mindset, you know, over time, you know, you'll definitely be reaping the benefits. You'll be reaping it every day, but you definitely will see a big difference down the line. You know what I mean? It's free game all day. Holler at me, like and subscribe my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with y'all.